T. Z.
Creating and exploring graphs using the Desmos graphing calculator and the JAWS screen reader. Today we're going to look at how to input an equation, how to explore the equation using audio trace, using the JAWS screen reader and the Desmos graphing calculator website. First, we're going to go to Google Chrome and we're going to go to the website www.desmos.com, DESMOS.com.
New tab dash Google Chrome. New tab dash Google Chrome dash Mike left. No word list has been created. Alt D blank blank blank. W. Des.com. Enter. Desmos vertical creative.
This main page, you can go to the graphing calculator link. I'm going to bring up my links list with an insert F7.
JAWS version 2022, 2207, 25 ILM. Links list dialog. Links list view. Go to student homepage.
I'm going to hit G until I find graphing calculator.
Guiding principle. Graphing calculator. 27 of 41.
I'm going to press enter.
Enter. Graphing calculator. Loading dot dot dot. Desmos graphing.
I'm immediately placed in the equation edit box, so I can start typing my equation. As I do, you'll notice that JAWS will give me some extra feedback of what it thinks I should put in here. We're going to use the equation today of y equals 4x minus 2. So I'll type y.
Quote y, quote try adding x equals to the beginning of this equation.
Equals.
Quote y, quote equals you need something on both sides of the equal symbol.
4.
Quote y, quote equals 4 has graph. To quote x quote 4x
minus
dash minus
2.
Quote y, quote equals 4 quote x quote minus 2 has graph. To audio trace, press Alt plus T.
And it says if I want to audio trace, I can press Alt T. If at this point I want to add a second equation, I can press enter and I'll be put in a box for the second equation. Right now we'll audio trace by pressing Alt and T together.
2. Alt T. Chrome button menu. Customize and control Google Chrome. To activate, press.
Sometimes you'll notice that it brings up the Chrome toolbar. So instead I'll hit escape so we're not in that bar.
Escape. Desmos graphing calculator. Graph paper. X-axis visible from -10 to 10. Y-axis visible from -6.762 to 6.762. Grid lines are visible. 1 audio traceable curve graph paper.
It tells us what the graph paper looks like. It tells us what our x-axis and y-axis is showing on the grid, as well as that there are grid lines available and that there's 1 audio curve to hear. If I press the letter H, I will hear the audio curve. We'll pay attention to if we hear static while the audio is playing, that tells us that we are below either the X or the Y axis. And also it will go from left to right to show that the direction of the line is going. So I'll press the letter H, we can hear the graph. And we heard that static as well as the rising pitches. And that is telling us that we're going in a positive direction on the lines. Another thing I can do is I can navigate this graph by just using the arrow keys, my up, down, left, and right arrow keys to move along the grid lines. So I'll use my right arrow key here.
H, X colon 0.2, Y colon -1.2.
And I go to the right again.
0 at X colon 0.5, Y colon 0.
And again.
X colon 0.6, Y colon 0.4.
And you can tell that the pitches are changing slightly, so I'll go back to the left.
0 at X colon 0.5, Y colon 0.
Come back to the left again.
X colon 0.2, Y colon -1.2.
And one more time.
Intercept at X colon 0, Y colon -2.
You're hearing the X values and the Y values, and at this point we heard that this is the intercept. I can use my up arrow.
X colon -0.2, Y colon -2.8.
Or I can use my down arrow.
Intercept at X colon 0, Y colon -2. X colon 0.2, Y colon -1.2.
Notice as I use my down arrow, my X values go up, my up arrow, my X values go down, my left arrow, my Y values go down.
Intercept at X colon 0, Y colon -2. X colon -0.2, Y colon -2.8.
And if I use my right arrow, my Y values go up. So that is just another way to explore the points on the graph. And if I want to find what points of interest there are, all I'll use here is the tab key to do that, to move from point of interest to point of interest.
Intercept at x:0, y:-2.
And I'll press tab again.
0 at x:0.5, y:0.
And one more time.
No more points of interest. 0 at x:0.5, y:0.
And there's no more points of interest. So I'll shift tab once.
Intercept at x:0, y:-2.
And one more time.
No more points of interest.
And there are no more points of interest. So you can go forward with tab or backwards with shift tab to see those points of interest. To exit the audio trace, you're going to press escape. You could press Alt T, but that does occasionally put you back into that toolbar in Google Chrome. So that is how we navigate a graph that we've created and how we enter the equation that we're going to use. I'll do one more quick equation here. So let me escape this.
Escape. Expression list complementary.
And I'll press enter.
Enter. Expression 2: edit. Type
In expression 2, I'm going to do y equals cosine of x. So I'll type y.
Quote y
equals
quote y quote equals. You need something on both sides of the equal symbol.
And I can type cos for cosine.
S quote y quote equals. Function cos requires an argument. For example, try typing cos left paren x right paren.
That's exactly what I'm going to type. Left paren.
Cos left paren
X
quote
right paren.
Right paren right parenthesis.
And I'm going to turn the audio trace on by pressing Alt and T.
Alt T. Chrome button menu. Customize and control Google Chrome.
And again, it brought me to the toolbar, so I'll hit escape.
Escape. Desmos graph.
And I'll hit the letter H to hear the graph. We heard that pop sound that tells us that that is the point of interest on the graph. So you also heard that it kind of carried from the left, a curve up and down, and go all the way to the right. And there's that pop. We'll hear it one more time. And again, we can explore those points of interest by hitting tab.
HH, intersection with expression 1 at x:0.692, y:0.77.
And I'll tab again.
0 at x: start fraction, pi over 2, and fraction, y:0.
I'll tab again.
Extremum at x:(pi, y:(-1). 0 at x: start fraction, 3 pi over 2, and fraction, y:0. Extremum at x:2 pi, y:1. 0 at x: start fraction, 5 pi over 2, and fraction, y:0.
Several points of interest on this graph, and I can shift tab to go back to points that I've already passed.
JAWS Professional. To move meeting controls. Mute. Currently unmuted. Alt plus A button. Alt C. Zoom. Close. Are you if yes, but